Hi, I'm KingArt70. Today's topic is my ex-wife was a narcissist, part 2. Part 2 to the first part of the story into part 2 of this podcast. I told you last time that we met and we went out on a few dates and then we became dating, then we became boyfriend and girlfriend in 2017. Then we got married in 2018. And when we got married, we actually lived just like any other couple would live day by day. Within 6 months, I noticed changes in this lady. She began to argue with me somewhere around the 5th month. And then her attitude and everything began to change up on me. All right. I thought I had somebody that's trustworthy. I thought I had a nice sister. I thought I had it all. All right. She's very smart. And she's not a dummy. She's educated. She's wise. And I thought we were going to be a dominant team because with my knowledge with the Bible and doing stuff like on my YouTube channel, that going to make us a dynamite and unstoppable. But I was wrong. This lady totally flat out manipulated everything that I ever had did. She would even start arguments even though I didn't do anything, just to argue. All right. So I assume after a while, somewhere down the line, that look, maybe we did rush into the thing. Maybe she's not really happy as she says she is, and I am. Right. So it got worse and worse. It got to the point where we used to go to church together and sit by one another into the church. And it got to the point that she would drive her own car and I would drive mine, or I would have to ride with my sister and them because at the time I didn't have a car. I had to go purchase a new car. So her ride was my ride. So she would go ahead of me and my sister now and be at church first before I did. And then when I got there and I tried to sit next to her in Sunday school, she wouldn't sit next to me. So what happened was, my sister had, some kids and stuff. So instead of me sitting next to her, now I'm not saying I need to sit up on her all the time. I sit next to her at least sometime. So what happened was she let my sister kid sit next to her. She made it where I couldn't sit next to her at all. So basically I'm sitting way on her end side of the chair in Sunday morning Sunday school. Same way in Sunday morning churches. So now here's my first time us going to church. Here's the thing that I didn't understand, and I thought it was very rude and disrespectful of her. So you married to somebody. I know the Bible says greet one another with a holy kiss. All right, I understand that, but I don't knock what the Bible says. I agree with the Bible, but no man gonna be putting his lips on my wife's face. So I didn't literally came out and say it like that, but that's what I think. Okay, so what happened was once the Sunday school lesson was over with, so one of the ministers, I think it was one of the ministers, kind of older guy, right? So I noticed when we was dating, he never did that. You see how the devil worked? You see how the devil worked? Lucifer, Satan worked? When I was dating this lady, he didn't do none of those things. So people have the urgency or the audacity to put their lips on your wife when you get married to her. So when we weren't married, he didn't do those kind of things. He didn't kiss her on the face and say congratulations. We just was dating. You see the difference? You see what I'm talking about? I'm not saying I'm jealous. What I'm saying is awkward. Okay. So what happened was, I didn't say anything. I saw him when he kissed and said congratulations to y'all two married, and they shook my hand. So what happened was, I went to the church, service was over with, and I told her how I felt about it, and I felt uncomfortable. So it really got really bad, even though she was already manipulating me in the beginning, didn't want me to sit by her in the church, or she had the kids sat by her. She treated me while I was home. And then she said I was jealous, I was being insecure. She tried to flip the switch on me as though I was the one that had the problem, where she the one that was manipulating all this chaos and this problem and creating this problem between us. So her thing was to make me try to make things happen so it could speed up the progress. All right. Or maybe to try to make me jealous, but I wasn't jealous. I was just letting her know that I didn't appreciate it. And I told her, how would you like for me to kiss one of the sisters in the church like that? Not like a sexual kiss, but like a holy kiss. How would you feel? Okay, so she didn't like that. So two wrongs don't make a right. I agree with it. I understand that. But she didn't care how I felt. So that's when I would say, you know what? This lady don't care how I feel. What if somebody meet her on the outside and did the exact same thing again? How would I feel? All right. So it got worse and worse and worse by the day. She will fight, argue. And one Saturday morning, after 6 months went by, she sat up on the bed, and I was standing there. I remember as good as day because I had just got out of the shower. I was heading out to go somewhere. I think I was going for my run. And she told me, and she didn't even look at me. She said, she was looking at the phone. She had her glasses on. She said, I no longer want to be married to you no more. Because why? Because she can't do the thing that she wants. I never told her she couldn't hug nobody or kiss nobody. I just told her I didn't like the idea that she did it like that and all the things that I'm going through. Why you give me a hard time? Can you talk to me what I did so we can work this out? She never want to talk about it. So she said, I don't want to be married to you no more. I said, all right. So my sister now begged me, oh, she's the best thing. She's the best thing. You need to be pleading with her. You need to understand what she's going through. I did all that nonsense stuff. I've been manipulated. I don't appreciate her doing that to me. All I can do is talk about it and spread the awareness of these type of people, because these people are the devil helper. Okay, they are evil. They are unforgiving. They don't forgive people. They are resentful. They get back at you because what you did, or to try to get you in trouble. And furthermore, it got so bad, she even started talking, well, you know what, I'm going to get divorced. That's why 90% of marriages in divorce. I remember her telling my brother-in-law that. And when I went downstairs to try to talk to her, she pushed me towards the door. So my back hit the door. And I didn't get hurt. But that's how I know this lady is crazy. And I was dealing with a narcissist. Then after that, we got divorced. And then I moved back in with her. My sister was telling me, Arthur, don't do it because you know she's a manipulator and you know she changed on you. I didn't listen. So one thing led to another. I moved back in with her. We got back together and stuff like that, and we moved into one another. I moved in with her, and then it got back like it was again, as though worse than when I was married to her. And so what happened was one day she left her door open and she left the TV playing, and I didn't see the little girl. I remember this real good. It was on a Tuesday, and I said, oh, she left the TV on, and maybe I don't have to take her grandbaby to school, right? So I'm looking around, calling her. I'm going in the room looking for her. I didn't see the little girl, so I took my time because I looted up the garbage, and I said, well, let me throw the garbage out and let me take my time. Maybe she'll run out, because I know she like to hide sometime when I take her out. She always call me Uncle, Art or whatever, right? So I'm like, the girl is not here. I'm going to cut the TV off and shut the door and leave. So I get in my car, got halfway to work, 26 miles away from the home, and she called me up and said, you bastard, you left my grandbaby home by herself. I said, no, I didn't. I didn't left your grandbaby by herself. You took her to school. What are you talking about? And she said to me, you going to jail. All right. So one thing led to another. She gave the police my number, and she filed a complaint, and the police called my number and asked me what was going on. I said, I didn't left her there. I said, I don't remember anything. So then the police would threaten me saying, you got this much time to get here or I'm going to arrest you. I said, well, you might as well go and arrest me because I'm not flying over nobody just to get to no police department, stuff like that. So got there and he manipulated the case, everything. And okay, you need to confess that you lied. I said, I ain't gonna confess to something that I didn't do. You haven't been there. You don't know my wife like I do. That's what I told him. You don't know her like I do. Okay? So I didn't do anything. All right? So one thing led to another. They tried to press up and make me tell the truth. And then he went back out and said, okay, we finally got him told the truth. So I got locked up for a night. So my son, mother came, my sister and them came, got me out, and had one of the guys that come out and they bail you out. But it's supposed to be $100. But thanks be to God, the guy was a Christian. So he said, well, we're not going to charge you $100. I told the guy what happened. and a bail bond. Yeah, bail bond got me out, but I didn't have to charge no $100 to get me out. But I got out, and did you know, when I got out, that lady called my job and told my job that, such and such got arrested, endangerment to a child. Okay? And my boss told me, he called me out to the side. He said, Arthur, I don't know who this woman is and where she came from, but all I know, this woman wants to take your freedom from you. He said, this woman wants to take your freedom from you, and you better run. Okay? And then, a couple hours later, around 7 o'clock at night, she called another boss of mine, told the same thing. Luckily, my boss told the other boss, yeah, I'm aware of that. And she told the same thing. If I don't do nothing about it, I'm going to call corporate. So I guess she contacted corporate. And then they contact my two bosses. And when she came to my job and told me, don't worry about anything because we know you're not like that. And everybody in this place love you because we know who you are. And I don't believe you do anything like that to hurt an innocent child. So don't worry about it. You're not going to lose your job. Okay. So she'll try to get me fired and messed up before I had to go back to court. And I had to go to court every month. And then when I got into a program, she wrote a note, and then that got cast out. And then the last draw was with me and my lawyer. And then he said, well, this I think will work. And the prosecutor is pretty decent people, pretty decent guy to work with me. So he was saying that it was up to the judge to give me that. So he asked the judge, and he said, well, look, the guy never been in trouble. The guy never got in any type of serious trouble. He got 2 kids. He been on his job for about 14 years, Your Honor. It ain't no sense sending him to jail at the age of 49. All right. And so I got whatever. I got this program that I got be in for 18 months. I can't say it on here. All right. And so that's the end of the discussion of my wife. All right. So she's not going to let up, but I've been told to stay away from her, and she's supposed to stay away from me. And a couple months later, she saw my son because she know I'm supposed to do no contact with her. So I think she'll try to get information out of my son so she can lie to the police and the judge that I contact her first. So if I can get sent to jail. But I didn't tell her that. But guess what? I didn't feed into that because I know her now. Okay? So I hope y'all enjoyed that story of mine. Make sure you leave a comment in the section below. And thank y'all for listening. God bless you. Bye.